you. Good morning, how are you? With an introduction like that, I don't think I have to say anything. Sherry is amazing. She's absolutely right. I've been with Lifemax a very short time. Good shout out to my friends Madeline and Rachel who brought me here. And I did have lots of questions because I'm like you sitting down learning a lot about Lifemax, and I'm like, and the foundation, and the foundation. And no one was talking about it, and I said, we have to talk about it. And Sherry and Jim were right time, right place. And here I am going to speak about the foundation, my experience, because I think in my 21 years experience in philanthropy, this foundation is on a trajectory for world greatness, and I'm going to show you how. You bet. In philanthropy, the number one thing you need to think about is mission. What is the mission? Now, what I love about Lifemax is this, and I'm going to give you words to use because I realize we train you a lot in talking about how to talk about Mila, how to talk about the business, and my job is to show you how you can talk about the foundation. Would that be helpful? Would you like that? Awesome. The mission. The one word I want you to remember of this morning is sustainability. We have worked with many, many groups that raise money to send food to places, to people who need it. That's amazing. What happens when the money runs out? I've worked with groups that send food to places where they need it. What happens when the food runs out? The groups are great, their heart is in the right place, but this is about the mission that Jim and Sherry just showed you will happen to plant the seeds so that families can be sustainable for life. And that's the mission. Amazing, right? Dedication, drive, desire. You're all here for a very important reason. Something brought you here. Something very magical brought you here. Number one, you wanted to be better, to better the world. That's wonderful. You wanted to be healthy. Fantastic. And now you have the opportunity to talk about philanthropy. I know you heard I'm an attorney. I'm sorry, my brain is organized. I dream in PowerPoints. I'm a very sick woman. Kind of, sort of. So, 3 things to remember. Everybody writing this down? Are you writing this down? Write this down. Here we go. Box number 1. This is all about boxes. We have Mila, the superfood, and in my word, happy, healthy, and whole. We can talk about that, right? That's a check. Number 2, Mila Lifemax, the business plan. As I call it, I'm a New Yorker and I like to have a visual. It is your red carpet to permanent financial stability. So get on the carpet. Number 3, philanthropy. We all know that when you purchase or have people and having conversations with people, when you buy Mila, a certain percentage now goes to the foundation. That's excellent. But I want to talk about how you engage them even further, because now people are going to want to give over and above the investment they're going to make by enrolling in the Lifemax program. There's plenty of people out there, and I'm going to show you in a minute, who really want to get engaged with the foundation on a very high level. Okay? So how do we do this? Okay? And when do we do this? First of all, you all have the opportunity today. If you love us and what we're doing, we have the opportunity, and you can go where the registration booths are. I think you saw a bank of computers. You can log on. It's all set up to go if you want to make your own personal gift, and I encourage you to join us in supporting the foundation so that Jim and Sherry and Pastor can have the most successful first launch of their mission. So I highly encourage you to think about that. 2 things. Something led you here, and also everyone has a story of why you came here. Equally important is everyone has a story of their first moment of giving back. Why is it important to give? And each of you have your own story. So when you talk about and encourage and have wonderful conversations with people about Lifemax, share your story about what brought you here, but please share your story about why it's important for you to give and invite them to join you. Make sense? Okay. Now you have the 1, 2, 3 box. We got that down. Now, where does the Lifemax Foundation fit in to giving? And I want to give you a little bit of perspective for this. Okay, quiz time. How many registered charities are there in the United States? Let the bidding begin. 50,000, raise your hand. You think there's 50,000 charities in the United States? 100,000? 250,000? 500,000? More than 1 million? Right you are. According to the US IRS stats, there are 1.4 million registered charities in the United States. Now, when I do trainings, people say, oh my gosh, that's so much competition, throw the pens down, we're out of here. How can we raise money? That's not the end of it. That does not include places of worship, churches, synagogues, congregations. I think they throw psychics in there, I'm not sure. So what's our best estimate? 1.8 million? 1.8 million registered charities in the United States. And the Lifemax Foundation is in there. How do you distinguish yourself? How do you make this foundation on the trajectory to greatness? Now, I'm supposed to be your inspirational speaker, and I'm not inspiring you too much with all this competition, right? Just watch. Of the 1.8 million registered charities in 2010, we're always a year behind because we have to get it through IRS. We raised in the United States alone, I know there's international groups here, I'll get you to in a moment, $298 billion was raised in the second full year of a recession. That's B with a boy, or B as in bonus, as we say in Mila land. 298 billion. Look at this. More importantly, where did it come from? Reverse order. 5% corporations. Corporations don't have to give. They do give because it's good for community relations and partnerships. We applaud that. 14% from foundations. Foundations, by law, have to give out 5% of a 3-year rolling average. Well, let's do the math. 2007, 2008, 2009, they were joyous years here, weren't they? So they could give out 5% of that. Second thing I want you to remember for today is 81% came from people like you, and you, and you, and you, individuals. That has always been the number. Since I've been doing this, it began at 75%, and that number has always gone up. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because I'm your speaker and I can. Only kidding. You are having conversations with individuals every single day. So this is something that you can be positive about because this group of people are already giving to the tune of $298 billion. So don't forget about the 3 boxes when you talk about meal of the superfood, the business plan, now you can talk about the foundation. Do not be afraid to do that because they are already giving. This is one of my favorite slides. And I want you to remember this. When you inspire someone to give, you're not taking something away, you're giving them the opportunity to feel good. A lot of people are very uncomfortable about talking about giving and philanthropy, but you know what? You're giving them an opportunity, you're not taking something away. So I'm really hoping this encourages you to also talk about the foundation and for yourself indeed to even think about supporting the foundation so we can have an amazing mission launch for Jim and Sherry. So I'm going to leave you with 2 things. Actually, maybe 3. Think about this. Vision without action is just a dream. Action without vision, that is random activity. But vision and action is transformation. And that's what we have to do with this foundation. Transform it into the world greatness that we deserve. So you with me? Okay. As you can tell, I have absolutely no energy and I absolutely hate what I do. So I'm going to give you some words. First 2, and I like there are only 2, watch us. When you say that, we are a forward-moving train, and people give to successes. Think about it. What wakes you up? A success. Since I'm an East Coaster, I say we're on the Excella, get on, because we're going. People give to forward-moving trains. Watch us. That's number 1. Number 2, join us. When people think about giving, suddenly it gets to be a very private moment, and they think if they do it, it goes into this black hole never to be found, and no one knows it's there. But when you say join us, you can feel the strength of the 700 that we have here today. Join us. Powerful words. Okay? So, does this make you happy? Are you inspired? Are you ready to go? My last piece for you, because they were so generous to let me come up here, and I really, really appreciate it. I want you to remember one thing. There is something amazing right here today, and there is something so special, nobody has it. Do you want to know what it is? Collectively, we have the philanthropic power of one. Thank you.